It's been like a year since I've seen my face, but there it is. Ting. The real reason is I want to be able to wear visors again when I golf. But anyways, we haven't coffee talked in a long time either, so I got a couple of questions here that I thought were enough material for a little discussion. But first, I wanted to start with a few of my original jokes while we warm up. First, what kind of tree gets invited to the most parties? A poplar tree. What kind of tree is really good at making up its mind? A deciduous tree. Speaking of trees, why did the tree get kicked out of the jazz band? Because he was always playing the root. And speaking of root notes, when a root note goes to the bar, what drink does he order? A vodka tonic. Oh boy. All right, so here we go. One would think I have too much time on my hands. I've been working on those for years. Here we go. Question from Daniel Harris. Daniel Harris. By the way, you're amazing. Thank you, Daniel. You're amazing too. I've got a whole repertoire of songs at my fingertips because of this channel. That is amazing. That's exactly why we're here. That just warms my heart to the core. A couple of questions for you. Do you have any particular favorite music genre, or is it a bit of everything? And then the other question is about blood, which we're going to get to. Here's my answer about that. So, most people listen to music after work and stuff. I do music for work, so by the time I get off work, the last thing in the world I want to do is listen to music. The only time I really listen to music is when I'm working out. I've got this playlist, and I'm gonna link to the playlist because people use the music they love to sort of escape, or soothe or excite or whatever. But I do the music I love all day, every day. I've got this channel that's kind of comprised of a bunch of stuff, some that I really like, or playlist rather, some that I really love, and some just really silly stuff because I use music to escape from music, because I do music like 6, 7, and 8 hours a day. It's called the Golf playlist, because that's golf in German. I'm going to link to it in the description here. If there's a song you want me to hear, put it on this playlist. Join this playlist. It's intended to just be whatever, lots of stuff. Here, we're going to shuffle some and see if anything funny comes up. Lots of 1920s music. Oh yeah, Strokes. I love the Strokes. Live Tom Petty. Oh yeah. Some Stone Gossard. Yes. I love it when that comes on. There's 1,050 songs on this playlist. Football Head by Flint. I don't know what this is. More 1920s music. Weezer. Why have we not done any Weezer yet? What the heck? I always fantasize that this song is gonna help me make a putt.
All I want for Christmas is my true
Bucky Covington, American Idol. Oh yeah, pizza making music. I fancy myself a PG. That stands for Pizza Genius. Someday we'll do a how-to pizza. John Mayer. Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how it came. Yes. There we go. And then every once in a while it gets into a nice, comfortable, inspirational song for me. There, you know that one. Yes, Clark's on Saturday. Better Man Live, Wrigley Field. Oh yeah. Crazy Game of Poker. More Stone Gossard. Yes. Matt Season. See, I put this on here so I would hear it. Old Blues. I even put me and Zoey's song on there. So go listen to me and Zoey's song. Yes. No Rain. Pete Townsend. Anyways, that gives you an idea of sort of the stuff. But listen, I absolutely listen to music. It's just kind of a rare thing that I say I really want to really listen to this Pearl Jam album or this. But yeah, so that's the kind of. But it all, yeah, that was ridiculous. That was so silly. I'm excited for someday soon when I have space in my brain once more to really delve into some stuff. It's gonna be really spectacular. All right, yeah, that's the end of that topic. Here we go. Now, Last Howls wants to know, Who are my top 5 guitarists, and what do I think of John Frusciante? Okay, I can't give you my top 5 guitarists. I have to give you my top 6 guitarists. So for number one, Stone Gossard. Number 1 guitarist. The next 5 are all just number 2 together, collectively. But Stone Gossard is my favorite guitarist. He is, and when we talk about favorite, you know, as a guitar player, which most of you watching this, if not all of you, probably are guitar players. When we say our favorite guitar player, it's like, who do we most want to be like, right? And so I look up to, strive to emulate Stone Gossard in my own playing. You know, non-musicians might have a favorite because it's their favorite to listen to. But for us, we cannot help but have the thing we like to listen to be the thing we want to be. I think, and that goes for whatever. Like, you know, in golf, it's Phil Mickelson, which is why it's no surprise that I'm always in the woods trying to hit heroic hooks to get back into the fairway. I guess I want to say a little bit more about why Stone Gossard is my favorite. It's because the things he thinks up are like, they're way over here. It's like he's speaking another language almost. I don't have anything helpful to say about that, but we got to do Rival. That's unbelievable. He's all like, off the top of my head, I don't know, but I don't really know how it goes off the top of my head. All right, whatever. Next, in no particular order, numbers 2 through 6. Chris Cornell. His vocabulary with the chords is unbelievable, and you know me, I'm not really a shredder. I don't want to be a shredder. I like to learn some solos here and there, and I get better and faster when we do learn them, but mostly my guitar playing focuses around songwriting, and it doesn't mean it always has to be just chords. It could be riffy stuff like Stone's riffy stuff or Mike's riffy stuff or alternate tuning plucky stuff that those two do. Anyways, more on Mike later. But Chris Cornell and the chords he has at his disposal are just mind-boggling. I really, really want to spend a few weeks and months sometime soon increasing my chord vocabulary. By the way, Can't Change Me is how we're going to start that. That song has like 87 and a half chords in it. Crazy. All right, next, Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain. I am jealous of how he is able to put together power chords mostly, you know, that just shouldn't go together. But he does it, like, you know, he's got the B flat and the G and the F and the A flat, and that's all good. But then, oops, okay, but then in the verse he switches to, from B flat to G flat, that's bananas. Just stuff that really shouldn't even go together. And the solo from Breed, it's just nonsense, but he pulls it off. It's crazy. I love it. What key is? It's in F minor, so that makes sense. Okay, never mind. Yeah, but Kurt's ability, you know, past tense, to just hear what he wanted to play and put no stock whatsoever into if they went together, and so he just made these these platforms for melodies that are just like none other. And yeah, there's the end of that sentence. Okay, next, Mike McCready. Mike McCready, obviously. 3 of these 6 are Pearl Jam. Obviously the other one's Eddie. But anyways, Mike McCready, his solos are like, you remember them. You remember them like you remember someone's voice. That's how his solos are. And his little parts that you know, the wish list solo. If I could play it, let me try it again. The wish list solo. The wish list solo. That was wrong. But anyways, you know what I mean. You remember it and you want to go do 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 do. So he's unbelievably creative with his phrasing and with his musical sentences, so to speak, and with his melodies. Then we have Eddie Vedder, of course. Eddie Vedder, he, in no small way, taught me how to play the guitar. And that's often how I'll sort of revert back to. He's got the punky sort of like really hard strumming thing with, it's not that he's doing hard stuff, he's just doing like, it's just freaking cool. It's just freaking cool. The things he comes up with are really cool. All right, I'm going to get back to number 6 in just a second, but what do I think about John Frusciante? Okay, I think John Frusciante has an unbelievably difficult job to do because he's playing guitar with Flea as the bassist, and Flea is very melodic. He's not almost ever just playing a root and a fifth. He's usually playing something. That one I think was written to John, to the guitar, but I hope John Frusciante wrote Snow. But he's got an incredibly hard job to do, and that is exist with Flea. So that's why, he's not, just like Flea is not often just playing a root and a fifth, John Frusciante is not often just playing a chord. He's got to fit stuff in there. It's like the who wrote the South Park theme song, for God's sake? It's whoever did Winona's Big Brown Beaver. It's like the Primus guitar player. What is his name? Someone tell us his name. See, this is the thing. I hang out with 10 to 12-year-olds all the time, so I don't know basic stuff like what's Primus's guitar player's name. But he has a really hard job too, because Primus's bassist is, who else is like him? What's his name too? Help. Somebody help. He's all wah on the bass, and then the guitar player just has to fit something in. I need more water. The guitar player just has to fit something in because there's so much going on, and Primus, he changes keys mid-measure, mid 4 measures constantly. So he can't just play a chord, he's got to do stuff. So I think in the same way John Frusciante has a hard job, Primus's guitar player, which I have the world at my fingertips here, why don't I just... Larry Lalonde, is that right? It looks like there were 2. Maybe somebody help me out with the history of Primus. Anyways, in the same way that John Frusciante has a really hard job, Larry Lalonde has an even harder job. So those 2 guys are kind of in the same category. But I think John Frusciante is really spectacular. What do you want me to say about that? He's great. I was learning... Soul to Squeeze with a student the other day, and I realized, I know we did Soul to Squeeze, but there's an even better way to do Soul to Squeeze, and it's almost like John Frusciante never just does the basic thing, but he also never does way too much, or at least he seldom does way too much. So John Frusciante, I put him as my number 7 guitar player, which brings me back to what my number 6 guitar player is. I'm not going to tell you what my number 6 guitar player is, because we're going to do one of his songs tomorrow. Well, next video. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. It might be not till Tuesday. It depends how much I can get done here. But did I answer any of those questions? Was that helpful? Oh, I remember what I wanted to tell you. Check out this app. Or not an app, a website. Check out this website. I found it by accident because I was trying to look up what distortion Smashing Pumpkins use or something. And it's called Equipboard. Of course, I have Stone Gossard bookmarked. It's called Equipboard, and I guess it seems like it's sort of a cooperative effort, because it seems they get more filled in as time goes on. But it strives to provide for you the information of what your favorite guitar players are using as their gear, and it gives you a little paragraph of where they found out that they were using that. Oh, I think someone's coming in. I better let him in. Moment. We're gonna get back to that in a sec. Anyway, so it's called Equipboard.com. Here's some Stone Gossard guitars, and I guess you can save your favorite guitar players. I was most interested in the effects pedals. There's 20 listed here. The Line 6 delay. Obviously, Stone stuff probably changes all the time, but there's of course, the Tube Screamer. If you're trying to emulate someone's sound, let's look up Mike. There he is. Equipboard.com. Ooh, amps. That's interesting. Satellite Atom 36 watt amp head. What? Who's heard of that before? I need to have heard of that. 5 amps Empire 22 watt tube head. How freaking cool is that? Things we would all buy if we had billions of dollars or millions of dollars. Used live since Lightning Bolt Tour 2013. Union Jack HG. awesome. So Equipboard, go check that out. Yeah. I hope that was enjoyable, guys. Thanks for being here. We're gonna do more music next time. This was a nice little talk of me talking at the iPad, but you know, I know you're in there. You're tiny. You're hiding in the iPad. No, but thanks for being here. I'm gonna go now. This is awkward. Okay, bye.